Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to our channel Civil Stuff by Wahid. So today I am going to start surveying topic, which is same almost for both the diploma level and BTech level. Both are same, means syllabus as per syllabus. Both are same. What topics are included means, so these are the topics included: fundamental concepts, classification of surveying, complete chain surveying, complete compass surveying, leveling and contouring, theodolite surveying, tachyometry, curves, and introduction and fundamental concepts of EDM instruments, electronic measuring instruments, that is EDM, total station, GIS and GPS. Okay, so in today's lecture we try to see fundamental concepts of surveying. First of all, what do you mean by surveying? What is the object of surveying? Okay, that is, main thing is to mark the positions, of proposed structure. Now what is this objective? When we will be marking? So if you are going for a building construction, you will be marking column pits. Okay, column positions like that. After that you will be going to digging. Okay, on ground you are going to mark. Okay, next what is one more thing? Determining relative positions. Determining the relative positions means existing feature surveys, means what is the position of borewell with respect to some reference. Without some reference we can't take, right? Various positions of various points where you will be doing on, above or beneath the surface, means on the ground level, above the ground level and below the ground. How you are going to do? By taking linear and angular measurements. Now what instruments we are going to use for linear means just like chain, tape, etc. Many are there, but as of now just linear measurements will be taken by chain and tape, whereas angular measurements can be taken by compass, theodolite and some of the minor instruments like box sextant, etc. These are the instruments where you can take the measurements, linear and angular measurements. And one more purpose is to determine what? Areas. Okay, volumes, etc. Now area means what? You can calculate area in square meters. Okay, SFT. Okay, next what? Acres. Okay, square meters. Land can be measured in square meters and our slab area like that will be measured in square feet. Okay, and acres, our agricultural lands, fields will be measured in acres. Volume, where you will be seeing volume? In order to calculate the capacity of reservoirs. Will be calculating the volumes. So these are the basic objectives. That is, the main object of surveying is to mark the positions of a proposed structure on ground, determine the relative positions of various points you can do on the ground itself, above the ground and beneath the ground by taking linear and angular measurements. And one more thing is to find out the areas and to find out the volumes, right? Now next, What is the purpose of surveying? The main purpose of surveying is to prepare plan or what? Map. Plan or map. We are supposed to prepare a plan or map. Now examples, what are the map will be doing in what situations means? Country map, okay, village maps, okay, contour maps, like that. All these are nothing but maps. Where you will be going for a plan? All engineering works like building plan will say, okay, if you are going to construct bridge plan, okay, all these are things. Next, you can prepare here map means topographical map. Topographical. What do you mean by topography? Means topo means many, shown graphically, either artificial or natural things. Artificial things or natural things you are going to show on the map itself. Okay. Next, you can prepare some cadastral maps. What do you mean by cadastral maps? Boundaries of your fields or boundaries of your village boundaries. Generally, you will be seeing some boards. So and so, say for example, Karimnagar district ends, Warangal district starts, like that. How they are preparing? Based upon these cadastral maps only. Okay. And next, military maps. Okay, military maps, they will be showing the roads and railway communications. Will be showing what? Roads and railway communications with different countries, like that. These are the some of the things. And one more thing is to prepare geological map. Now what comes under geological maps? Underground resource it is going to show. Okay. Next one is what? Archaeological maps. Okay, means what we call it as a puratana kattadalu. Archaeological means old constructions, monuments, historical monuments we are going to show in this one. Okay, that is a thing, right? Next, what is the actual shape of earth? The actual shape of earth is what? Spherical or we can call it as a oblate spheroidal. What is that? Oblate spheroidal, not circular, it is spherical. Okay. Now average radius of earth is how much? 6370 kilometers. Okay, average. Some books it is written as 6372 kilometers. That is okay, the thing. And these are some of the basics, right? Now you will be having polar axis. Okay, next equatorial axis. Polar axis and equatorial axis. You will be having a globe, right? In that polar axis will be there and equatorial axis will be there. The polar axis distance is 12,713.68 kilometers. 168 kilometers. Whereas equatorial axis is 12756.602. This will be covered in your geography also. It will be covered in a physical features of India. It will be covered. This type, our universe, it will be covered. Okay. And what is the difference here means? Almost it is 43.43 kilometers. The difference between equatorial and polar axis is how much? 43.43 kilometers. How much it is differing? Which is shorter means polar axis is shorter than equatorial axis. How much? With how much value? 43.43 kilometers. It is the difference. Okay. Right. Next, we'll see primary divisions of surveying. What is that? Primary divisions of okay. Now how they are divided means based upon by considering curvature of earth into by curvature of earth, by considering the curvature of earth means there are two types. One is plane surveying, next one is what? Geodetic surveying. Okay, here in plane surveying curvature of earth is neglected. Curvature means they consider it as a plane. Curvature is neglected. We call that as what? Plane surveying. Here curvature is considered. Curvature of earth is considered. Okay, right, and it carries area up to less than 250 square kilometers, whereas here it is used for large scale works of area what? Greater than 250 square kilometers. We will be considering geodetic surveying. Okay, suppose if I consider plane surveying and if I join any 2 points, the line joining any 2 points on a plane surveying is called as what? Straight line. Whereas the line joining any 2 points by considering geodetic surveying is what? We call it as what? Curved lines, like this. Curved lines. Okay, and line joining 3 points forms a triangle is called as what? Here plane triangle. In this plane triangle, okay, here it is considered as what? Spherical triangle. Okay, next here as I said you, joining 2 points any line is formed is what line? Straight line. What is this line called as? Straight line. Whereas here curved line. Line joining any 2 points is nothing but a curved line. Okay, now here the angle formed between these lines, angle formed between two straight lines is nothing but called as what? Plane angles. What are the angles formed as? Plane angles. Whereas here we form as spherical angles. Okay, right, spherical angles. So this is the basic classification of surveying, primary division of surveying. That is, okay, this is for used for areas less than 250 square kilometers and this is for more than large scale works. Okay, in the next video we'll see the classification of surveying based upon different aspects, that is instruments used, methods employed, like that. Please keep watching videos.